Last week poured another footing. We've got to dig a footing there, got to dig a footing there, got to dig a footing there.
Like most things we do, we got it right. Cool.
Every time we get a concrete pump in, it costs. Your digger's right here and you're gonna cut that platform to there, right? Hey, I'm Josh, a builder here in New Zealand. Let me introduce you to that build up here. Previously,
the site was first subdivided, I think, 26 years ago.
Wade and I have just been working on a bit of a game plan.
So it just means that that line will come along and then do a little...
to step our way up the hill.
We need some kind of boost on this side.
Maximum boost up. Cue that music.
Maximum boost up.
4 seconds of it.
Cleaned off the footing, just in time for it to rain again, probably.
We're constantly like checking the weather and we're like, 3 or 4 days this week is going to be nice. So then you're booking stuff in and then, what do you know, the weather changes and it's raining again. And then so you've got to cancel the pump and you've got to cancel the trucks and you've got to rebook them when you hope that the weather's going to open up again. Be the best planner in the world and book it in for Monday and then it rains half the day and your wall collapses and then Tuesday rolls around and you've got 3 guys sick, suddenly you're going to have to change it to Wednesday.
So this is a pre-made cage by Complete Rio.
Bending so easy.
We've got a high ab to pick it up off the ground and land it in the cup for us, which is a lot easier than carrying it by hand. So we're just adjusting the cage and getting it ready for the pour tomorrow afternoon.
So the thing about making a strong foundation is that we need both concrete and steel. See, concrete's really, really durable, but it's brittle. And so it can snap easily. And then you see that in like concrete cracks. So you've got this durable hard surface that's brittle. How do you solve that? You put steel between them. Concrete is just actually 4 things. And a lot of people confuse cement with concrete. Cement is an ingredient in concrete, and concrete is cement, sand, aggregates, and water. Apparently the Romans were using it as early as 600 BC, and the fact that the Pantheon is still standing and technically getting stronger and stronger is just one example of how much of a durable building product it is.
Talking about the Roman Empire again.
Babe, I think about it every day.
We are Rome!
You know the saying, a wise man built his house on a rock. An even wiser man built his house on a combination of steel and concrete.
So this is the next problem. None of this was shown in the plans, so they want us to connect the step-ups. So now we have to bend all the steel for it because it didn't come supplied. That's right, let's work through it. Comes right. There's a formula for the overlap, and it tends to be whatever the engineer specified, obviously. But I think the standard is like 50 times the diameter of the bar. So 12mm bar times 50, 600mm. If the engineer specifies something else, you just do what the engineer says. Still 75, look at that. Perfect job. Banged on, banged on. That's how we like it. Is that pretty much all cut out now? Cool. Yeah, way low. Obviously you don't want to be too low because then you'll end up with way too much concrete and it's just expensive. It's a waste of money. But with a digger operating, 10-20 mils, not a bad place to be. If you're doing it by hand, you can get a bit closer. It's a good noise. Yeah, I just keep it. Yeah, I know I can turn it down, and I can turn it off completely. But when you got earmuffs on and noisy pieces of equipment and everything, just have it on loud. That's the only way to hear it. Some of these footings we didn't use a pump, straight out the back of the truck into a wheelbarrow. They were the small little step-ups and where we had reasonable access with a wheelbarrow. There's always a battle on site between efficiency and costs and that sort of things. You always got to weigh up the benefits. Something you only get one shot at.
It's Monday the 28th of July. I've been awake for a week skiing with the fam and I'm back to check on progress, and there's a big pour on Friday. Let's go and take a look.
So these holes here are for our bracings, for our shutters. You make sure that this isn't going to move anywhere.
And I'll start doing shutters around out that corner.
Yeah. I think it would be ridiculous to dig that into the garage this height. Wade and I have just had a phone call with Gerald. He's just approved us to step the garage up in 3 steps. So he's going to work out a height here. We're going to go down and James or Quinny is going to dig it. Let's figure out if we're going to be one of the guys to do this by hand or by digger. With lots of things like say concrete, my rule of thumb is if it's under a cube, mix it by hand from the back of the trailer. If it's over a cube, use a truck. If it's over say 4 cube, use a pump. So it's the same with digging. There's a time and a place to just get on the end of the shovel and dig a hole, and there's a time to get the digger in. Remember, we're going to put 100 on top. So verdict is, drum roll please, we're going to put a digger in here. I think it's going to be a combo actually, to be honest, because it's going to still have to get the edges cleaned up, get all the dirt out. So hybrid, digger and labourer. Tuesday the 29th and it is 7:30. Sun is rising. Look at capture that. Imagine waking up to that every day. So it's going to step up. It's going to go, your digger's right here and you're going to cut that platform to there, right?
Yeah. So on site, it's Wednesday morning. It's a bit chilly this morning, but we're here for the final pour of the footings. Been getting all ready last week and this week to get the final pour done. That's footings out the ground, and we'll be away with blocks. So this pour in particular, quite a bit's going into it because it's a large area. It's the last pour for the garage bedroom area. So approximately 12 cubes will be used up in there. Ooh, how much concrete's gone into all the footings? That is a very good question. I'd have to add it up, but it's a lot. Do you reckon you could add it up quickly? Yeah. Probably close to 40 cubic metres. Probably had close to 40 cubic metres going to all the footings up to date. That's excluding the retaining wall. Before the concrete arrives today, I'm just doing some final checks to make sure we're all up to date.
Got heaps of room.
Any little loose ends are all tied up. Extra bracing that needs to be added is added, so we have no problems once the pour starts.
Don't think that's going anywhere.
Basically, yeah, the idea behind it is, yeah, get it all set, like that way the concrete goes off a little bit, so it stiffens up and holds the cage in place, so that when the next layer goes on, it doesn't slump down. 2 full trucks have been, and we've just started the third. What do we got on the bags?
Smoko from the world's best bakery, the best custard squares in the world.
And savouries.
Mint and cheese or steak and cheese?
Oh, thank you, Josh.
Pressure. Sam.
Oh, cheers.
Up there to Silverstream Bakery Custard Square. Another big concrete pour, laundry wall, and then the side wall of all the boys' bedrooms.
I looked at it last night and it says it's meant to be all good for the rest of the week.
I'm pumped about the pump because now we move out of like the mud territory. We can work on like hard surfaces that are finished hot.
The footings have been a massive labour of love from everyone involved, from the concrete truck drivers to the pump operators, and I mean especially Wade. The weather this year has been insane, how much rain we've had.
I live the dream, mate.
We can't just stop building. We can't just be like, oh well, weather's like going to be for the next 4 months. No building can happen. You have to carry on because, like, you know, you're never going to get a perfect run.
One of the things I love to say about concrete pours is it's now set in stone. And that can both be a scary thing, but it's an epic thing. It means tick, we have done a job and we can now build on top of that job. The critical thing about foundations is we are setting the scene for everything else that gets built up on it. And so we're going from nothing to something. It still doesn't feel like something until we get a floor down and frames up. But how those things look and feel right at the end depends on everything we're doing now, right at the start. If you have a nice mint foundation, you have a great starting point to build a nice mint house on. Speaking of nice mint houses, this would be the perfect time to talk about building your place, as well as doing my house on that build up there. I run a building company in the Hutt Valley. All our homes are a one-off design to suit your style, needs and budget. We'll guide you through the process start to finish, and with over 80 homes under our belt now, we would love your place to be next. Head to our website or click the link below to get in touch.
Like most things we do, we got it right.
Within 24 hours, this concrete will have cured enough for us to walk on and debox, but we still need to be careful, and depending on the exact mix you're using, it can take anywhere from 7 days to 28 days to cure to its full strength.
Perth is our main supplier for concrete. We use them because they have an eco mix. I was reading about it this morning. It's actually pretty amazing what they're doing with it, just a little bit better on the carbon green side. I love people that are making a solid effort on sustainability, and I reckon Perth is making massive steps in that direction. Cement historically is not great on the old carbon emissions, mainly in the way that they break it down. So they heat it all up in a kiln and then they kind of like break it down again into cement. I'm going to get fact checked on this, I know. So their kiln now is powered by end-of-life tyres and old construction waste. So far they're up to about 3 million tyres that they've taken out of their landfills and 80,000 kgs of construction waste. So that's pretty cool. And it's just by making the decision to use eco-mix concrete instead of another concrete, we're kind of doing our small little bit to offset how much concrete we're putting in here.
So crazy to be standing here and reaching this milestone of like footings done, and you can feel the mood shift with all of us. Because now, even if it rains, we just spray it and we carry on. 3 months of footings. That's actually crazy to think about. 3 months just of footings. If you added up everyone involved in building a house, there's hundreds of people involved in building one house. And it is hard, and it doesn't go to plan, and it is always 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And we can continue to strive for efficiencies, and the market's doing that. It's still just a big, complicated thing. And so today, for me, standing here is like, represents all of those little bits of moving forward, getting knocked back, and bringing together hundreds of people to build something. And I don't just get to do it here, I get to do it day in, day out, and that's why I love construction. If you're watching to then, surely you've subbed, thanks. As you know, we drop every Saturday, 5 PM. Next week's all about the things I've learned on this past sloping sites I've built on and how I've incorporated into this and all the other builds I'm doing going forward.